In the world today, the richest 1% of the population controls 48% of the total wealth, and the top 80 richest individuals are worth as much as half the world's population, or roughly 3.5 billion people. With these figures, there is no doubt that there is a bridge between the rich and the poor. In today's video, we're going to discover some facts and truths about the rich and the poor. There is a misconception that wealthy individuals are often born into wealth or have probably won the lottery to attain the amount of money. This is not entirely true. To be honest, only 11 out of 80 individuals have wealth that was passed down from generations, while the other 69 made their wealth through hard work and determination. Out of these 69 individuals, we're going to take a look at one rich individual called Warren Buffett. Just like most other rich individuals, Warren Buffett grew up in a middle-class family, but found his way to accumulate knowledge and skills that eventually led him to accumulate a wealth of over $70 billion. I'm sure you've seen people live luxurious lives and people who are living next to nothing, but have you ever wondered what actually separates the rich from the poor? You may think that the answer is more money, but it is actually beyond dollars and cents. If you look at it, the rich and the poor can both live in the same city, have access to the same jobs, and also the same 24 hours. Yet, one would be living from paycheck to paycheck, while the other would have so much money to last a lifetime. This still brings us down to our question: what separates the rich from the poor? We're going to dig into this using two characters, Sarah and Bonnie. Now, both Sarah and Bonnie live in the same city, have similar IQs, and come from middle-class families. They both live the same way and are equal to each other. However, the main difference is in terms of money. It is Monday, and both Sarah and Bonnie head out for work. When Bonnie gets home, she lays on her couch, watches Netflix and TV for hours to ease herself from the stress of the day's work. While Bonnie's boss advises her to read more books to expand the chances of her being promoted this year, Bonnie is unbothered, especially not when she's about to watch her favorite show. On the other hand, immediately Sarah gets home and starts to study. Hours pass as Sarah is reviewing notes for her exam. Although she has a master's degree and multiple qualifications, she continues to burn the midnight candle and studies hard to work toward another accreditation that would help her achieve more goals in her profession. In fact, Sarah also learned that one of her idols invests over $300,000 in continuous learning. Sarah figured out that since millionaires invest lots of money in learning, she should do the same. This brings us to the first difference. The rich never stops learning. The next day at work, Bonnie's boss started to give bonuses to all employees. When she opens her envelope, she notices that she's given less than her peers. She goes to complain to her boss, saying that she's worked for a lot of years and that she deserves to be paid more bonuses like her peers. Her boss then tells her that she does not stay up late like her co-workers, and her productivity level has dropped. Across town, Sarah is busy with her project work, and her boss approaches her and hands her a check of $10,000. Sarah is taken by surprise and is grateful for this bonus. Her boss then explains to her that she's been putting in so much effort recently, and she was able to save the company about $1 million in operating expenses, and that this was the least they could do to show gratitude. Therefore, the second difference between the rich and the poor is that the rich sell value and the poor sell time. The next week, Bonnie is counting down until she gets paid for the week. As soon as her boss gives her a check for the week, she rushes out to the bank to pay off her creditors. When the month was drawing to an end, Bonnie decided to check how much money she had saved and found out that she did not save anything tangible. It was even lower than the previous month. When Sarah gets paid, about $1,000 is deducted into a separate savings account, which she cannot access. After funding her savings for the month, she then makes her mortgage payment, utility payment, and her taxes to the government. At month end, Sarah is happy with the figure she sees in her bank account because she is 2 times richer than she already is. Therefore, The third difference between the rich and the poor is that the rich pay themselves first, while the poor pay themselves last. One night after work, Bonnie is watching TV and sees a brand new TV set about to be released. The set costs about $600, and that is all she can spend on entertainment for the year. While she's contemplating on whether to buy it, she remembers that there is also a pair of heels that she wants to buy, which costs about $300. Bonnie is sulking, wishing her boss paid her equally with her co-workers, and is angry that she cannot afford to buy both. On the other hand, Sarah passes her exam and wants to treat herself by buying a new TV set, which also costs $600. She also wants to buy herself a pair of heels. Instead of contemplating between the two, she asks herself how she can get both. Then, she decides she could take up a side consulting project and earn $500 so she could treat herself with the pair of heels and a TV set to celebrate her success. Therefore, the fourth mindset between the rich and the poor is that the rich have a growth mindset, while the poor have a fixed mindset. Because Bonnie hates going to work every day, she made sure she grabs a coffee from Starbucks, and this became her morning routine. Without eating in between work, Bonnie doesn't think she would survive, so she made sure she spends $5 on bread while working. On the other hand, Sarah passes Starbucks on her way to work in the morning, and instead of getting it, she drinks the free latte served at work. Of course, the coffee doesn't taste like Starbucks, but at least she gets to save $5 each day, which is worth it. Because of this, Sarah was able to save up to $1,500 for the year and is going on an exclusive trip to Paris with friends. Sarah also knows that this delaying of gratification helps her get some features from her fellow rich friends, and she learned that while reading a university study. Therefore, the fifth difference is that the rich understand the power of delayed gratification, while the poor seek short-term pleasure. As the economy starts to crumble, many companies lay off workers as a cost-cutting method. Bonnie's at her office, scrolling through feeds on her Instagram as she gets a note from her boss. The note says, "We're sorry, but we're letting you go. Please submit your ID at the front desk." She begins to freak out because her only source of income is gone, and she has yet to pay her rent. Unfortunately, Sarah is being let off by her boss too. In an exit interview, her boss talks about how great of a worker she was and how they had to lay off other workers before her. She thanks her boss before leaving, but Sarah knew that no job is secure, so she already established an online business, which was network marketing. The profits from network marketing are able to keep her in check before she finds a new job. Therefore, the sixth difference between the rich and the poor is that the rich build several streams of income, while the poor rely on one. That same evening, Bonnie is with her friends, sulking as to how the economy is very bad, how she was laid off by her boss, and how life is unfair to her. On the other hand, Sarah is home with her friends. Sarah is sad she was laid off, but she's positive that more job opportunities will come. Then, one of her friends offers her a job to work at her construction company. Therefore, the seventh and final difference between the rich and the poor is that the rich surround themselves with rich people, while the poor surround themselves with other broke people. We've come to the end of the video, and thanks you guys for watching. If you loved this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you would love to watch more lifestyle videos, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.